So first and foremost, I want to start this interview, but someone else has to join us too. And yeah,
Gary.
he wanted to say hi. He wants to know why he wasn't invited to the press. He should be here. You're bros.
I know. I like to. He works very hard while he's filming, so I like to give him time off. I'm sorry. It wasn't. I trust him. I don't trust him in situations with a microphone. You just seen and not heard. Seen and not heard.
So I guess we're gonna go into the idea of yes. That's what you do with your friends.
Okay, sorry.
So what is the best recipe for a alcohol pool? If you're making an alcohol pool that you're gonna relax in, maybe fall into, what's the best recipe?
Well, I would say the best recipe is definitely heavy on the alcohol and light on the mixer, because it's the mixer that gets all sticky. So the alcohol is going to leave you feeling nice and clean. So if your goal is to get drunk and clean at the same time, heavy on the alcohol, light on the mixer.
Now, being that you are essentially the last man, or you have a couple people with you now, of course, too.
Yeah.
Are you going to reinvent some new things in your world? I mean, because you're the president, as told by your now wife.
Yeah.
So what are some things you think you should need to institute in this new world?
Well, I mean, it's a tricky question to answer because I know where this show goes and you don't. So I will say that's one of the exciting things about doing the show is getting to examine the things that exist in society today that might be weird, and whether you would carry them over to this new, wildly underpopulated society. Like what makes sense now? Like basically like in the first episode when you're having the argument between Carol and Phil about do you stop at stop signs anymore? Stuff like that. But just continuing in that, and the show kind of got locked into this repopulation craziness for a while, and then we hope to kind of get back to tackling some of those other issues. We've always had a bunch of ideas, and we kind of went with the one that interested us the most, but we still have a bunch of areas we want to tackle. So hopefully we get a second season. We can keep going on with the other ideas too.
Now, my elementary school geography told me that Vegas is close to Tucson. Any opportunities in that? Maybe is a Vegas trip needed?
Well, I'll tell you, we had an idea where Phil went to Vegas, but it's so hard to make a show where society is not there anymore, especially Vegas. You're never ever going to be there at any time of night where it's emptied out. So that seems like Vegas or Times Square is the hardest scenario. You've picked the most difficult place to film at, but at the same time, if we were somehow able to get a ton of money and we could have all these digital effects shot to erase people, it would also look the coolest because those are areas that people are used to seeing tons of people. So to create a lifeless version of Vegas, I think would be a major undertaking, but one that would be really cool.
All right, so we look forward to it. You have the WonderCon panel coming up. Enjoy them, enjoy your fans, and hopefully seasons to come.
I hope so too.
My
Thank
pleasure,
you very
sir.
much.
Yeah, Ridiculous
Nice to talk
6
to you.
too. I'm looking forward to it,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
It's going to be great.
I'm going back Wednesday. I'm really excited.